fantastic performance on Sunday. Lots of goal scorers. And a dominant performance. What did you make of your team's performance on Sunday?
Really good, yeah, really positive. But listen, I've never been disappointed with the girls all this season. To be honest with you, our performance levels have been really high in all the games, including the Celtic games as well. So as long as we maintain the high levels of performance, that will give us the confidence to go and score the amount of goals we're scoring just now. You know, I mean, I think it speaks for itself. The girls, not just in possession but out of possession, we've only conceded 4 goals in the league so far. We've scored 53. So and it's our first year as professionals, our first year together as a group. So really high in confidence and looking forward to Sunday's game.
Chelsea Cornet, it was announced this afternoon that she'd signed a new deal, which is really good to see. She's a fantastic and vital player to the team. How important is it now to try and get those kind of vital players to hopefully commit a bit of their future to Rangers?
Yeah, definitely, because again, it's about growing every year and strengthening every year, and if you look at Chelsea's performances that she's put in the games that she's played, and also the injury that she's had to overcome, she's been second to none, which has been really good, really pleasing for her. But she deserves it because she adds value to the squad in terms of training and also in terms of playing in the games, and obviously off the park she's the right type. She's our fit.
On to Sunday, it's obviously a massive game for many reasons. Two top of the table teams, and the last time out, it was 5-0, which is a fantastic result for you guys. I'd imagine there's a lot of kind of nerves surrounding it, and quite rightly so. What is your message been to the players ahead of Sunday to try and keep them calm and kind of keep that confidence up?
We've actually been really confident in training. We've never, but when we started on this journey with the players, and every game's important, and we've said that for day one. So this game's just as important as our last game. And there's no way that we look at other games as seen as them. Every game's vital, as you can see with the points, So City are 3 points ahead of us just now. So it's up to us to go and just do the exact same thing as we've been doing, keeping the confidence levels high, which they have been, playing in the manner and the style that we play. We create numerous chances. I could hit you with stats just now about how much possession we've got on average. We average 10 attempts at goal in every game. We dictate the play. We've got 64% of possession, but then that's been a top level club, and we've got to handle that. But it'll be down to 3 points, and that's what we'll be aiming for come Sunday.
And just lastly, the game's live on BBC Alba, which is obviously great for women's football, but mostly so it's two great teams coming together, which will undoubtedly be a great game. How important is it to kind of create a really good advert for women's football on Sunday?
I think you'll get that. I think Glasgow City, have been going for years and years. They're well coached. They're a good club. Rangers is the same. We've obviously come in this year and added a bit of competition along with Celtic this year, as is the rest of the clubs there as well. So it's added a different dynamic dimension to the whole league. So really looking forward to it. I think it'll be two top teams going at each other, and we're looking forward to the challenges we do every week.
Since the restart, you've been involved in quite a few very free-scoring games. In sandwich in the middle, you had 2 1-0 games. Do you think that combination has been either a help or a hindrance going into the game against City at the weekend?
I think it's been great. When we play teams, we get different problems flung at us, and again, we always try to get that kind of majority of our team playing well at the one time. What we do know is that we can handle the pressure. We can handle teams coming at us. Our defensive record is we've only lost 4 goals the whole season, so we know that at both ends we can score goals, but we can handle the pressure. So we know that, and that's testament to the girls and the application and the dedication that they put into their professional lives and what they put into training. So we as a group just now, a staff, a collective, players, everybody together, we're really confident about what we're about, and it's just about getting those top players in the team that can score goals, those players and everybody joining together and really having a focus coming Sunday which we will have because we've got the high levels of confidence.
Also, this month, Brogan Hayes made it into the shortlist for the Player of the Month. In terms of not just her, but some people can handle full time, and some people struggle with it. Within the whole squad, in terms of the girls who haven't been previously full timers, how have you been able to help them adjust to that?
Well, I think to be a top professional and you know, you're using the word, to handle the environment, first and foremost, Rangers is a big club. So you really have to have the ability to be, you know, technically, tactically and physically. Those elements there need to come together to create a player that's going to be able to compete and add value to the Rangers team. And the way we go about it at Rangers and that we're planning and our preparation evolved around developing the individual player and also developing that cohesive team to play together. The more that you repeat the practices that we're doing just now, and we speak big on culture, that then culminates in you producing a player that can play for Rangers Football Club. And then obviously you throw into the mix the competition level that's there to become a starter or to become a finisher, and the acceptance of that. So again, the way that we go about and being at Rangers Football Club, you know, it's got a historic background there. There's lots of elements there, but there's lots of help that's round about to develop these players, and it's about the players tapping into to every wee bit and learning and progression. And you speak about Brogan Hay. Brogan Hay has came on leaps and bounds because her application and her dedication to herself becoming an elite athlete, you're starting to see now.
We talked about Chelsea before, obviously signing a new contract, and you've spoke about sort of building and things like that. Is there any other players that you're looking to tie up maybe before the end of the season for next year? Yeah.
We'll be looking at the squad as a whole. Every year the scouting network never stops. So, you know, 1 year falls into next year. That's a kind of planning and preparation that's done by the staff, by the ancillary staff round about Rangers Football Club, our scouting department. We're aware of the different leagues that play throughout the world, and we do our due diligence and keep an eye on the availability of players or the availability of players that we feel that would be a good fit for us. But you're right in what you say. We have a good group of players here just now, and we'll be looking to secure some more contracts, yes.
I think Mark spoke before about the first year being professional. You've mentioned that before, but we've got, I think it's 4 games in 11 days coming up. So I think that's probably the first time that's happened this season, and for many of the girls in the squad. What challenge does that present for you to make sure that they're sort of ready for that amount of games that fast for the first time in their careers?
Yeah, the physicality, the physical elements will come into that, and having to endure playing, as you say, you know, close proximity of 2 games, you know, Wednesday, Sunday. But again, that'll be part of their development and for the club and going into the future, that we want to try and compete not only in this year in the league, but we want in future years. We want to be gearing towards the Champions League. So again, our army of staff that we've got behind the scenes, we're medical staff who are second to none in my opinion. We're sports science. You know, Emma, Olivia, we're physio. They'll play a big part in ensuring that we have the maximum recovery period at the right time, bespoke to each player, so that we have, just as we'll have the starters and the finishers for each game, and everybody being able and available to compete in the heavy schedule that's ahead of us.
Talking about the game itself, I don't know what the exact measurements are on this, but a lot of it has become quite apparent that a lot of it's psychological. Or some of it is psychological, should I say. So how much of a bearing does the last game and the result that you had against Glasgow City before Christmas have on this game? Yeah,
you're right. Socially, the social psychological bit of the game comes into play now, and that's why the planning and the preparation went in when we first started this, you know, before the COVID had broke twice, that we were big on the culture and creating an elite athlete, a football player that was more than happy to contend with playing 2 games a week, more than happy to contend with starting a game or finishing a game, and really want to be a fit for this group of players in order to run a full season, a successful season, and hopefully that we have a successful season, that we actually lift some silverware and give a return back to the club.
And last but not least, I know the mantra is game at a time, as it probably should be. However, it is a big game. Some fans would maybe class it as a must-win. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that myself. But how important is this game individually towards the whole context of the season? Yeah,
this game, everybody can see it there. City are 3 points ahead of us. We require the 3 points. We get the 3 points. We then go top of the league, and deservedly so if we do that. But again, it'll be with performance levels. If we decide to go and put performance levels in, as we've done in previous games, then we're fully confident that we'll win the game. So that's where we're at, and we're looking forward to Sunday. We've prepared again. We've prepared in every detail leading up to this game, and we'll go about it.